Rocket League might never feel the same again. And as a game developer who loves the game, this is both terrifying and also exciting at the same time. Because Rocket League moving from Unreal Engine 3 to Unreal Engine 6 is not just a graphics update. Because the physics engine used in Unreal 3 is from the ground up different to the one used in Unreal 6. And in Rocket League, physics is the game. That means that in the worst case, you will have to relearn all of your mechanics. Now of course you were not able to read the bounces of the ball in the first place. But for real, even tiny physics changes could force you to relearn 50s, shooting, and all kinds of reads. And if you played the game long enough, you will know that this makes a massive difference. But won't they have enough time to make it the exact same? Well, have you seen the layoffs Epic Games had? They're missing people already, and Epic is not known to treat Rocket League as their first priority. But to be fair, we also don't know how long they have been working on this already. And I'd be shocked if they were not already testing physics with pro players. And I'd be shocked if they were not already testing physics with pro players behind the scenes. Now that's the main concern. But what else does switching to Unreal Engine 6 mean? Well, the game's visuals changed drastically, you all saw that. And yes, it looks really good. But good graphics usually come with one tiny problem, that they're only possible on PCs that are worth thousands of dollars. Do you have one of these? Because if you're like me, you're gaming on a €40 office PC with a 3050 in it. And yes, I can game on 144Hz, with the lowest bullshit settings. What I want to say is, Rocket League is going to be less performant on low-end hardware, for sure. And the game survived that long partly because you could run it on anything, even this. But it's still Rocket League though. True. It's not like Marvel Rivals where we have 12 people exploding the map every 3 seconds. There's still only a ball, cars, and disappointment. And mental damage. So don't think performance will become terrible, but modern day Unreal tech is definitely heavier than the old one. And even if that's just a couple of percent itself, the fact that they have to invest the time into making things like ray tracing possible also means that they cannot invest this time into getting the built-in shader more performant. So even if you'll be able to turn these things off, doesn't mean that it'll run like before. But you know what these changes also mean? Will trading come back? Nope, sadly not. The recent removal of Bacchusmod and other modding tools might be redundant. Now don't get me wrong, I really like Bacchusmod, and my cars are a whole lot uglier now. But the matter of the fact is that in the first place we've also had the spot problem because of these tools. And with the switch to Unreal Engine 6, the whole modding scene could see a second renaissance. Lethamyr already spoke about the better modding tools of Rocket Racing, and I believe that map creation, cinematic tools, and other amazing things that were possible due to the modding community will come back in a more official format. Now this is highly speculative, and I don't think that the vast majority of tools will actually be part of the official game. However, games as a service like Rocket League survive through content, and the best way to get content into the game is by having creative people make it for free. But to do that, they need the tools for it, and Epic Games would be stupid not to provide these tools. However, I'm not expecting this to be part of the initial release. I'm expecting this to be part of the long-term plan of Epic Games. Just please don't put content behind paywalls like Microslop. But all of this leads to the biggest question. When does the new version actually come out? Honestly, people expecting the release this year are just setting themselves up for disappointment, because changing engines is not a normal update. Lethamyr already mentioned that Unreal Engine 6 is only officially releasing in 2027 or 2028, and that Epic Games will probably drop the new version after Worlds 2026, or more likely after Worlds 2027. My 2 cents are, it'll be out after Worlds 2027, or more likely after Worlds 2028. And they might put out some more trailers or other kinds of things, and perhaps even a release date, but I don't think that with the psionics that I saw after Epic Games bought them, we will get the release before 2028. I mean, the anti-cheat release was also delayed till almost the last day of April. And also, when was the last time a major publisher actually delivered on their release plans? Rockstar Games. Now there's still a majority of points that I could still talk about, because there's a lot of things we don't know yet. Will we get kernel level anti-cheat? Will old gen and new gen Rocket League be playable at the same time in a type of transition period? Will ranked be cursed in the first 3 months because all the players are starting at the same rank? Will you get a girlfriend? No. But I think it's too early to worry about these kinds of things. We only got a teaser so far. And although I'm a spectacle... No. And although I'm skeptical about a lot of this, I'm also hyped. Because Rocket League is one of the greatest competitive games ever made. And if Epic Games is genuinely able to modernize the game without ruining the feel, then this will save the game long term. Though, if they mess it up, this will be the end. So let me know what you think. Are you hyped or terrified? Leave a like if you're either, or if you don't care at all. I'm CA Travis, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.